What's going on, everybody? Mahai back at it with another video, and today we've got another Town Hall 17 air attack strategy, and this one's really fun and it's very unique as well. As you see, we are using Dragon Riders with super minions, which is something I've never tried before. We're going to be using quad clone, and instead of using all yetis in the clan castle, we're going to be bringing a yeti and a super yeti in the blimp. I think it's been working out pretty well for me. You can take all yetis if you want. That's completely up to you, but I prefer this. So for equipments on the Minion Prince, we're just running the default equipment. On the Queen, we're running the action figure and the giant arrow. We're using the Eternal Tome and the Rage Gem on the Warden, and then the Electro Boots and the Rocket Spear on the Royal Champion. You can switch that up a little bit if you want to, and if you do find a combination that works better, I'm open to suggestions, so you can let me know in the comments. But first, we're going to hop into a friendly challenge to show you guys how this works. Alright, so this is very simple. All we're going to do is first use the Queen to aim for air defenses and air sweepers. So in this space, it really doesn't matter. It's symmetrical, so we can send the Queen from either here or here and just shoot the giant arrow through. That's the plan, because we got air defenses. And then whichever side we don't use the Queen on, we'll use the Royal Champion on. Again, it doesn't really matter because they're both symmetrical. And you're going to use the Rocket Spear immediately on the Royal Champion, so she can start sniping out defenses, and then the Electro Boots can also take out the trash on the outside. So it works out really good because they'll end up setting a funnel, something like this, and easily make pathing for the rest of your troops right down the middle. So then next you're going to drop in a line all of your Dragon Riders, and then you're going to drop in all of your super minions, obviously, and then you're going to drop in your Warden and your Minion Prince, and then you're just going to send the blimp. You're going to send the blimp down the middle, and you're going to protect it with your Warden ability. I like using a really early Warden ability. And then once your blimp lands, you're just going to quad clone your yetis, and it just depends which way you want to clone based on where they land, obviously, and where the value is. So you could do something like that, or you could even just do something like this. It just kind of depends on the base. And then you basically just sit back and relax. You obviously want to look for a good Minion Prince ability, and then you just sit back and wait for your troops to tear through the base, because at that point, you're out of spells and everything. So we're going to get rid of the drawing. We'll press play. Like I said, it's symmetrical. So we use the Queen from that side. We actually get both air defenses, which is really nice. We use the Rocket Spear over here, so we'll get a third air defense with that Royal Champion. So there's only going to be one air defense standing on the backside of the base. Unfortunately, we are going to have to fight both sweepers here, but we did end up going for more value with the air defenses instead of the air sweepers. And you see we frost over a lot of this stuff in the core here with the Minion Prince ability. And then we clone our yetis towards the Town Hall here, because we do have the Monolith, a multi-inferno, and multi-gear cannon in that compartment as well. So a lot of value there to be had. Unfortunately, fighting triple ice golems, which is really common, so that's why I put it in my clan castle. So it's really slowing up our yetis, but they're still at least doing a really good job tanking. As you see, they're tanking for these super minions, which are basically still full health. We have a big pack of Dragon Riders up here. We have a big pack of super minions down here. Queen's still healthy. We've still got our Warden alive, but he's barely hanging on. I hope he stays up, because you want that rage effect from his Rage Vial. We tear through the Town Hall. This base is going to be completely overkilled. That Ricochet Cannon goes down, and there's no heavy hitting defenses even left now. All we have left is a Bomb Tower, an Archer Tower, and a Tesla, which goes down. Yeah, look how overkilled this is. I think we still have 3 Dragon Riders. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 7 super minions still alive. Queen's still healthy, so that base was absolutely overkilled. So let's go get into a Legend League replay now. Alright, so into a Legend League attack, we have kind of an island Town Hall base. I really hate these island single Inferno bases like this, where they're all spread out like this. But they've been my kryptonite for a long time. But we shoot our giant arrow. We did take out an air sweeper. So really, I should have came in from the left side, because I was protected. I could have came in behind that air sweeper, but this air sweeper is not going to affect me anyway, so I guess it didn't matter. So I just went over the Giga Bomb to get rid of that under our Warden's Eternal Tome. So there's not going to be a whole lot of value for our yetis to get in this base, so I do clone out to the right to make sure we at least get that Fire Spitter down. And then the rest of our troops kind of pathing down towards the bottom. Our yetis also are going to take out the Queen here, which is really helpful. And we used the Minion Prince ability. Didn't get a ton of value, but we did frost over that air defense back here, so it did help us out. All of our super minions are unfortunately going to go to the top, and there's nothing there to protect them, so they are going to go down. But we still have a big pack of Dragon Riders down here with our Minion Prince. We have our Warden still pretty healthy down there. Our Queen unfortunately did go down. It sucks that our super minions split off on their own, because that air defense is going to pick them off one by one. If they would have stayed with the Dragon Riders, that's why they synergize well, because the Dragon Riders obviously move from defense to defense while the super minions target everything. So a lot of times your Dragon Riders will stay out in front and tank for your Super Minions, but unfortunately this time they all decided to wander off on their own. We're tearing through here pretty nicely. That air defense is going to be a little bit of a nuisance on the backside here because obviously we have all air troops left now. But I think we should be fine here. Hopefully those Super Minions can tank for just a little bit longer so we can get into that air defense there. It is going to be pretty close, but no problem whatsoever. Mini Prince gets one hit. Warden actually sniped it out, but we still had a Dragon Rider. We had one Super Minion and our Warden, so it was pretty close, but it is a 3-star nonetheless. So let's go hop into another replay now. Alright, into another friendly challenge replay now. Just a little bit different style base. As you see here, I meant to hit that air defense in this air sweeper, and I barely miss and literally hit nothing. I could have had 2 air defenses and an air sweeper, but in typical Mile High fashion, I miss absolutely everything and get no value. But I wanted to show you, even if you mess that up, this still can be really powerful. You just have to adjust on the fly a little bit and just make sure, because as you see, my blimp had to fight the air sweeper now, and because of it, we didn't get our blimp all the way to the core, but we still just do overlap our clone spells nicely and still get into that Town Hall compartment. You just can't panic if you make a mistake like that. Just adjust on the fly. You can still make it happen. That's why I wanted to show this one. I'm not going to hide my mistakes from you guys because, like I said, I'm a pretty average player, so if this stuff works for me, it's going to work for you. I'm really bad with the giant arrow, and I've said it a million times over again. So I'm not going to pretend like I'm a professional with the giant arrow by any means. So if you guys have any tips with that, I could use some tips on the giant arrow. But as you see, we're tearing through the top side of the base here with these Super Minions. We do have some Dragon Riders still at the bottom, which pretty much have free reign down here because there's not many air targeting defenses except for that Wizard Tower. But that Wizard Tower is going to get wrecked. As you see, we're coasting through pretty nicely here. It's going to be pretty well overkilled for how badly we executed that opening. And hopefully our Dragon Riders can come in from behind this scatter shot while it's distracted and take that out. Unfortunately, they do split. We have one go to the mortar, but one does go to the scatter shot, so we'll take that down, no problem. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Super Minions, I believe. Our Queen's still full health. Our Warden's still healthy. We still have more Super Minions at the bottom. So even with 0, and I mean 0, value out of that giant arrow, we still overkill this base. And it is a really fast attack as well. So I'm going to go hop into another replay. Alright, so into another replay. This one we have a really stacked Rage core here. So we shoot the giant arrow. I did get 1 air defense. I'm not sure what else I got. I did not get a sweeper. So yeah, again, not the greatest giant arrow, but it was definitely better than the last one. At least we got something. Royal Champion does go down, but that's why I like having Phoenix on her, because she will take out this air defense and this air sweeper. Not that the air sweeper would have caused us many issues, but we're actually going to drop the blimp in the core here to take out that Rage Tower compartment with all these nasty defenses. We had both Fire Spitters. I think we had all 3 multi-infernos there. So that's why I wanted to drop the blimp there instead of going all the way to the Town Hall, because there was just way more value there to be had. And now we can just coast into the Town Hall on the backside of the base here. We will have to deal with that Invis Tower, which it wouldn't have mattered if I would have went for that with the giant arrow. That's why I didn't, because by the time we made it all the way over here, it would have been reloaded anyway, and we still would have had to deal with it. So it would have been a waste to try to shoot my giant arrow through it. Super Minions are going to go down to the Town Hall here, but they do take out that Minion Prince, which is really nice. They do really, really good damage. So they do a really good job of taking out heroes if you can keep them protected for just a second. It doesn't take many shots for them to take out heroes, especially if there's quite a few of them. They do a really good job. So we don't have too many troops left, but our Queen is still full health, so we should be able to push through here no problem. Super Minions can stay back, stay protected pretty well, other than the splash damage from the Town Hall, obviously. But we're going to swarm through the Town Hall here, completely overwhelm it. The Invis goes down before it re-triggers, which is really nice. Take out the Builder Hut. We are over the Giga Bomb, which was a little bit sketchy. So it does end up being really close. But our Queen and the Super Minion finish it off. Wow, that was the closest one yet. That was insanely close. So I think I have one more replay for you guys. Alright, so into the final replay here. We shoot our giant arrow up from the bottom. Look at that. We hit 2 air defenses and both air sweepers. Finally, a good giant arrow for me. That's the first time in a long time, I gotta be honest. So we're letting this funnel set up a little bit here, and then we will send in our troops. We have a nice path now set, a really good funnel set on both sides. If our Royal Champion can get that... Oh, actually, our Royal Champion will have no problem getting that monolith. I don't know what I'm talking about, because we still have Phoenix. So she should actually be able to take out that Queen as well. We got really nice value out of that Royal Champion. Unfortunately, our blimp does catch the tornado trap, so we might not make it to the core. We'll have to see here. And we get frozen out by an ice golem now. Wow, that was really unlucky timing. Gets flung back from that tornado trap, and then right over top of an ice golem as it's popping. But it's okay, we still make it to the Town Hall, so we get the Town Hall, we get both of these scatter shots. Both of those fire spitters go down. We are coasting through this core. That core got absolutely melted. We still do have 2 air defenses to fight on the backside of the base here. The Minion Prince does go down. Our Giant from the action figure does go down as well. But we are taking out this multi-gear cannon, and then once we get that air defense down and that multi-inferno, the coast is clear after that. And we still have our cloned yetis alive here as well, so they should be able to deal with this stuff no problem. We actually got pretty good value out of those yetis. They ended up beating through the wall and getting more value over here, which was really surprising. I didn't expect that kind of value, to be honest. So that was really good value out of the yetis. We had really good giant arrow value this time as well. So we got our warden up and a bunch of super minions. I think we have 1 dragon rider left as well. So it isn't completely overkilled, but it is a nice 3-star nonetheless. We'll just speed through it here. Look how much damage 1 super minion does. It's actually pretty nice. So if you can keep them protected, they do a lot of damage, like I said. So you can deal with heroes really easy. It's a good combo, because obviously the Dragon Riders can't deal with heroes, so having the super minions behind, they can deal with the heroes, and then your Dragon Riders can deal with the defenses. So it's a really fun attack strategy, and it's actually surprisingly strong. So let me know in the comments if you use this, how it works out for you guys. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys next time.